if you know Passenger, you get to find out he's a lead singer for Fan. He's a fantastic guy. You just have to go look for him. So.
Yeah. Some nights are such that you don't want to wake up the following day, but you have to. These days, the weather gets really cold.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm sure that even as we're talking right now, there's somebody who's just rolling
on bed.
Yeah,
and I know somebody like that. If Antoinette in the UK, she's on bed.
Can I come up with a very good excuse not to go to work?
Of wrong
No,
foot.
you cannot. You have to wake up and go to work.
And I also want to say good morning to Benjamin Tufomenu, Kujo Tufomenu. You live in the UK as well. Great guy, great friend. Good morning to you as well. And how was your yesterday? You went AWOL. You took a rest. That's good. Because I know you had been doing well with putting together the Habitat Fair.
That.
You didn't take a rest?
No.
Oh, okay. We hadn't spoken for the last 12 hours.
Just to do some private stuff. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is public. Now let's go on to public stuff.
Let's do the newspapers. If you missed the news, you made it in good time. So let's do the newspapers. I'll do 3 papers that Roland has given me: the Daily Graphic, the Ghanaian Times, and the Daily Statesman newspaper. So here we go with the graphic, front page of the graphic.
Nice dress.
Thank you. All right. African Continental Free Trade Area plan fits into Ghana's vision, according to President Akufo-Addo. Help retrieve $39 million from Dubai company. Men's Gold CEO appeals to Attorney General. And the speech has been described as a motivational one by an interested party in this matter. Antipem wins MTN Heroes of Change Season 5. Today is World Mosquito Day. Oh, I didn't see that coming. We're making progress in Otumfuo's Asampohene's murder, according to the Ashanti Regional Police. Center spread of the paper: military in Africa urged to dip in collaboration in ICT to tackle insecurity. President launches state interest and governance authority. And on the back page of the paper, sewage chamber at Accra Rehabilitation Center gets attention. Also on the back page of the paper, 52 Ghanaians deported from US, Saudi. They've arrived home. The United States of America has deported 40 Ghanaians for various offenses ranging from the trafficking of banned substances, assault, vehicle theft, and burglary to fraud, domestic violence, and immigration-related issues. 12 Ghanaian females have also been deported from Saudi Arabia for illegally staying there. In the USA, the deportees from the USA are aged between 21 and 70 and arrived on board a chartered flight. Omni Air International, Assistant Superintendent of Immigration, Ms. Barbara Sam, who is in charge of public relations at the Kotoka International Airport, told the Daily Graphic that the deportees were 38 males and 2 females. 38 of them arrived on travel certificate issued by the Ghana Mission in Washington, D.C., while 2 of them traveled on their own Ghanaian passports. There's more to the story in terms of regional distribution. The Ghana Immigration Service gave the regional distribution of the deportees as coming from Greater Accra, Ashanti, Bono, Western Region, Eastern, and Volta regions. There's more on the back page of the story, and it's interesting. Well, there's another story that I was looking to share a bit, but I'll look for it. I think it has to do with the World Mosquito Day. But let's do the Ghanaian Times newspaper next. Front page of the Times. Let's take advantage of AFTA, and that's the wait, I need the full name for this.
AFTA, African Free Trade.
Free Trade, Continental Free Trade, yes, that's it. Still on the front page of the Times, here we go. We'll pay all our customers bats. Number 1, speaking yesterday.
There's an incident I saw. Was he explaining how
the business works? Yeah. What you did it confuse you, or it gave you a better understanding?
I was wondering how. Apparently, I didn't know how it was.
Like you go to Accra Mall and you take a store.
Yeah.
You are usually like this. I'm surprised you don't understand this.
and then there's also a pointer that he wanted government to aid in the regulation of. I said, oh, okay. So what were we fighting all over the period?
Let's go back to the front page of the paper. 3 nabbed over murder of Asampong Hene. President launches SIGA in place of State Enterprises Commission. The question of what difference this would make came up strongly yesterday after the announcement. The top 10 prize competitive oil marketing companies also featured in the paper today on page 15. It will be good to check it out. Okay. The top 10 oil marketing companies with the lowest market prices as shown across their various retail outlets throughout the country. The arrangement is done from 1 as the best lowest price oil marketing company to the 10th best, and subsequently the second section depicts the other best 5 closest prizes to the top 10 as of 16th of August. Okay, they have it here. If you're interested, you can grab the paper. I'm not going to go over it. All right, let's do the back page of the Ghanaian Times. Upper West Region roads to be given facelift. 51 Customs Senior Cadet pass out at Kwetoi is another headline on the back page of the paper. The Daily Statesman, the final newspaper for me. Exim Bank to host a year of return investment summit. NAM1 applauds government for its action on men's gold. In sync with Africa, ready for takeoff, Ekufuado says gains from free trade area will speed Ghana's development. The back page is some spots. So that's it for the Daily Statesman, Roland.
Yeah. So let's do the Daily Dispatch newspaper. And forgot to do this one. So I'm giving it to you. Take a look at it. Elvis Dakun, good morning to you. You're the managing editor for the Finder newspaper. The Daily Dispatch newspaper has on the front page, men's gold will pay all if all conditions are fulfilled. I'll tell you about them very soon. What conditions? They're there, right there. I identified one also. So I'll take a look
Which ones are the conditions?
Yeah. And BOG's clear out 3,400 people to lose jobs. I know a couple of friends who already have lost jobs following the first banking crisis. Now we have the second.
Sado.
Yeah. Chiefs preventing mining are flouting Ghanaian laws. You know, over the last 4 weeks, I met at least 4 of my friends who were driving Uber. You know, so and they,
for real?
Yeah. Then they used to work in the banks. So yeah, a couple of them I met at the University of Ghana Business School, and it was you know, the last one I met him. I had gone to the mall to buy something, and here he was relaxing, waiting for a client. You know, so I'm not saying Uber is a bad job. It's just that it's a transition, and psychologically, you know, our system doesn't make up for us to show up some of those effects. Ghana must go back the ugly history. And then we have on the back page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper, $1.6 billion horror as Ghana investors can't get their savings. And this one is a story also quoted from Bloomberg.com. I love the way the US platforms tend to write their stories. Very feature-eye and very moving, emotional as well. Let's go to the Daily Guide newspaper. Has on the front page, I am in pain. And who is in pain? Nam1. Nana Apia Mensah 1. Government should help me, says Nam1. Otumfuo's Asampong Hene killed, 4 grabbed so far. Ideal Finance put customer savings at risk, according to the Bank of Ghana. Glofet opens largest fertilizer plant at Isuboy. If you know Isuboy, you get to Sawom, you take your left, you're on the road. The other is the road, I believe. President not happy with some state enterprises. Let's go to the center spread. The center spread is a news one pullout, and it says Ian Walker cycles with celebrities to save lives, and Kojo Yankson is in there somewhere. I see John Dumelo and a couple of them. Funny Face contemplates suicide over 2 minutes. Mantro or contemplated suicide. Other stories we have: the UniCredit Ghana was overexposed, center spread, News One pull out, and it says, it says UniCredit Ghana was overexposed according to the Bank of Ghana, and 19 foreign firms vying for Qatar port projects. Okay, so those will be the stories. Let's go to the Custodian. The Custodian newspaper has on the front page 52 Ghanaians deported from the United States and Saudi Arabia. Jubilee House staffer mocks Mahama over free SHS, and it has an inserted picture of Mr. Frank Esiedu Bequin. Esiedu Bequin, and yeah, he has a popular name, Protozua. It's usually called Protozua. Know him as Protozua. Protozua, good morning to you. Frank Esiedu Bequin. It's on the front page of the Custodian newspaper. Also on the front page of the Custodian newspaper, Boabinga Samwa, MPP wants to destroy media freedom. He's also Director of Communications, a Member of Parliament for Adentan. 6 fertilizer smugglers arrested. Namwan set conditions to pay customers. Yeah. Mamavi. Yeah, so you have the finder. Please do the finder for us.
All right, here we go with the finder. Front page, 2.3 billion Ghana cedis negative capital recorded by 22 firms shut down by the Bank of Ghana. So the finder breaking things a bit further down for us with the shutdown, and you know, you can take a good read and absorb all the other pointers. So 1.7 billion Ghana cedis negative capital by savings and loans companies, 661.8 million Ghana cedis negative capital by CDH savings and loans, and it gives the breakdown just like that in detail on page 2. You can check it out. Whole hits by water shortage, transmission line down. That story is on page 2. It says the whole municipality has been hit by water shortage, close to 7 days, caused by a broken down transmission line at Akrofo in the whole West Districts. Mr. Chachus Seshi, the Water Regional Distribution Manager, Ghana Water Company, told the Ghana News Agency that the concrete joints of the transmission line collapsed and treated water gushing into a stream in the farming community. The situation was making it impossible to distribute water from the main source at Paver in the whole township and its surroundings. But must you be talking about the issue or be fixing 7 days? It takes more than 7 days to fix a situation like that so that the people don't have water. That is not good enough. Story says, meanwhile, residents and especially students are seen trekking long distances with containers and gallons in search of water for streams and wells. There should be a proper collaboration with the municipal assembly to fix the problem. Let's go back to the front page of the finder. Ghana determined to make most out of the Continental Free Trade Agreement. According to the president, droughts in Ghana worsened by 30% in last 10 years, according to a survey. Police arrest 3 in connection with death of Asampong Hene, and 40 Ghanaians detained, 40 Ghanaians deported from US, 12 from Saudi Arabia. So that will be it for what is on the front page of the Finder newspaper. Are you through?
Yeah. Now let me tell you the conditions under which NAM1, according to the dispatch, will be able to pay customers. 1.
From his own briefing yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said all companies have liabilities and assets, but for him to pay his customers, government must 1. assist men's goal to retrieve monies owed it by other foreign companies. That will include what is with
Question.
Horizon.
Was government in the know when the deal was done? So
No.
did government play a role in making the deal come true, if you like, so that government has a role to play in helping retrieve? That's just the question I'm asking. So go on. Number 2.
Well, government must care for its citizens. So if it's okay, and so assist men's gold to retrieve those monies. Also unfreeze his companies and his personal bank account to allow him to resolve all his liabilities immediately. And then also give regulation directions to how men's gold should operate.
I beg.
To bounce back. Yeah.
I thought they said there were enough regulations already. They were not flouting anything. But I don't understand.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising.
So, is that all?
Yeah.
So okay.
All for field.
So government should give regulatory directions because of men's gold.
Yes, because there seemed to be, or there was.
Does he understand?
The indecision of the various institutions between
so
those two
to
institutions.
give a clear
direction as to how the type of business he was running will be regulated.
Okay. But don't we have enough regulations in that area?
And I also thought that the Securities and Exchange Commission had come out to say.
What got him in the end was because of a regulator, wasn't it? Because Bank of Ghana said it was going to talk to the appropriate, link up with the sister regulators so that they will be checked.
Exactly.
Or there's something I'm missing?
No, there's nothing you're missing. And I also thought yesterday's press conference, and knowing that he has an ongoing issue with the law enforcement agencies and the states in court, I just thought that perhaps maybe he should have held on, knowing that we needed to have a certain sense of direction for the customers as to how he was going to redeem the liabilities in relation to the customers and what they had invested with him. At the end of the day, the question still is, after the press conference, how do customers and the sense of direction that he's giving to retrieve their
So
money?
in effect, how does the press conference resolve the existing issues? And most importantly, and I, after hearing that he had not even met the leadership of the customers, I thought, okay, you decided to speak to the media, but the people who are doing business with you, the people who have been chasing, who have been coming to either the police headquarters, to the courts, who are demonstrating, you haven't said anything to them. I thought they're the most important people here.
Exactly. And if the press conference was to perhaps give some relief to the customers, give some sense of assurance to the customers, I don't know how the customers will feel now, knowing that it looks like after all that period of spending that time and interacting with the press, he didn't come out with any definite solution.
Well, at least he gave them something. Now everybody is saying government unfreeze his accounts.
That's on condition.
Yeah, but
condition subsequent.
So if you don't if you don't understand the matters properly, you'll be singing the tune. He's not able to pay us because government has frozen his accounts. That's it. Did you get it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, man.
Yeah, but I like him.
He's smart.
It's a very smart man.
Yeah.
He's bold. Yeah,
well, okay, so fallout of that press conference yesterday, we'll begin to feel it in the coming hours. Let's go to myjoyonline.com with the rest of the time that we have. Let's check out what's making headlines on our page. All right, here we go. ECG privatization and the national interest. Sounds like a feature that you can take your time and read. Nigerian attempting fraudulent Ghanaian passport acquisition arrested. National security did arrest this guy who had already successfully gotten himself a birth certificate and a voter's ID. He's Nigerian. He explains that, and Latif Idris got the opportunity to speak to him, and he explains in that conversation that he wanted to belong. He's been in Ghana for so long, he wanted to be Ghanaian, and he's been doing everything like a Ghanaian. And this was another thing to make him more Ghanaian. That's the passport. Details there,
so
you can read the story.
the only Nigerian who has all these documents.
The story didn't say he's the only Nigerian, but this is one arrest that has been made, and that's what the story is about, Roland. Government secures 62 million Ghana cedis, Danish facility to build 7 bridges in the north. Ghana's electronic and electrical industry under threats. You can read for a better understanding in terms of these threats. Botswana University to offer Brexit course. Hey. Kitech remembers Kofi Annan 1 year on. It's been a year since he passed.
Yes.
Yeah.
A great statesman.
Radiation from tower masts, mobile phones pose no health hazard. Oh, that's interesting. It will be, I haven't read it yet, but it will be interesting to read because we've always got the understanding that it does pose great danger, particularly if you live very close to it. But this headline seems to suggest otherwise. It would be good to take a good read of this. All right, let's continue. Juve coach has pneumonia. How does that affect the game?
Well, the fact that he's a coach, and he's a former Chelsea coach. So, we're related. He smokes too much. I think that's his problem. All right.
Okay, more stories. Salaries of CEOs to be pegged. So this is actually in the new, in the SIGA, what replaces the State Enterprises Commission.
Exactly.
So I was talking earlier about, people asking what difference it would make, what problems it would solve, what challenges it's going to fix. One of those is one of that is what we have. So board members and corporate executive of state-owned enterprises and other state enterprises who flout corporate governance rules and regulations with impunity will no longer be left off the hook. President Akufo-Addo has warned, and his warning yesterday came along with the launch of the State Interest and Governance Authority. So that's the SIGA, State Interest and Governance Authority, to take up the mandate of the State Enterprises Commission and the Divestiture Implementation Committee. So one of the things apparently that it would help resolve is what's on mychoiceonline.com. What I just read in the Ghanaian Times on page 16. There's a lot more on that as well. That will be it. We've got just some few seconds. Stay with us. We've got sports coming your way. Everybody's talking about Pogba.
Did Manchester play yesterday?
Yes, we did play proudly yesterday. It was a draw.
Relax. Nobody's saying you were not proud. This is your second game in the
You're Chelsea.
Why are you?
How many games have you played so far, Chelsea?
I haven't been monitoring. I've been busy over the weekend up to now. I've been busy, so.
Oh, cheer.
Stay
with us. Benedict is up next.
This weekend I'll start monitoring.
It's a Lampard day, y'all.